Yo, what's good, YouTube? So today we're just gonna be watching the live trade I took this morning that took me to my profit target on my 50K combine, which was passed this morning. We have the email 7 hours ago, middle of the day. You can see the account number here, 50K combine. Got my certification here, and you can see the account number is the exact same. Passed, express, here we are. And you can see my chart right here. This looks pretty solid P&L. And here's my daily journal. But basically, we're just gonna be looking at the live execution. And I would break down the trade, but it is not supply and demand. And supply and demand is what we are normally taking. So maybe I'll break it down in a different video with the strategy that we are using for today's setup. However, I will be making another video with all the supply and demand because this was the only time that I used the other strategy during this whole combine. So yeah, man, let's just get straight to the video.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright, y'all got to see the entry right there, and you can see we were pretty close to the stop loss. We were just sitting in drawdown as soon as we entered, basically. And with this strategy, basically it has to do with momentum. So as soon as we enter, we are leaving it. We are setting our stop loss and our take profit, and that's it. It's either going to hit our take profit or stop loss. We're not going to manage the trade, just like how we can cut a loss on a supply and demand setup. We're not going to be doing that on the 13 EMA. And you can see the volume came through. Volume definitely came through. However, some days you're going to be sitting in drawdown with this breakout entry, essentially. Breakout strategy. But you can see here that I was putting $1,000 on my stop loss. 1,000 is a lot. And basically, I was doing that because my account was going to get billed the $50 again within the next week. So if I'm going to get charged $50 every month, I should be passing one every month. I really don't want to have one carry over until the next payment monthly, because it doesn't make sense to. It makes sense to have an account with good profits, say $52,500, and let's say I'm going to get charged monthly again. Okay, that makes sense because we're right there to the profit target. However, if I am, say, at $50,500 after the whole month and I'm about to get charged again, and I'm only up $500 out of the $3,000 that I need, then I might as well be buying another challenge. So if you think about it, I have a certain amount of days before I have to pay that other $50, before I have to buy another challenge, essentially. So I might as well try and pass that account in between that time frame I have before I get charged again, because I'm going to be buying another account. So I might as well take the risk and up my risk with this combine, see if I can pass it before I get charged that monthly money again. And look what happened today. This was perfect execution on the breakout, hold through drawdown, stop loss or TP, boom. And as we seen the momentum come in at the end of the trade, you guys will see, but that was when I just realized, like, this is the one. Like, sometimes it's a little iffy holding to that profit target because you're trying to just hold to that money amount, and that money amount is irrelevant to the market. The market's going to do what it's going to do no matter what. So to try to hold to that target, to my profit target, makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. At the same time, you're leaving, it's not the most ideal situation to put yourself in, because it could have never hit that 53,000 and could have dropped back down near break even. But we're just gonna let the trade play out here. Alright, as y'all can see here, we're at the end of the trade. We hit our 1-to-1 take profit, and we did let it go to the 53,000 profit target, so we can pass this combine. It was a beautiful trade. It's a high risk, but it makes sense. It makes sense when you think about it with the monthly fee, and just it made sense to do that. So, not a bad day. It just kind of should have sat on my hands. I should not have taken that first loss. I took a liquidity grab on gold. This is essentially the same exact trade, but I just jumped the gun. But yeah, man, that was simple breakout trade. I'll have to break this down in the future. Simple strategy. Love this strategy. It hits. It does hit, man. I'm not gonna lie. Supply and demand will always be that one, but yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I will be breaking down the supply and demand setups in another video, so be on the lookout for that. And man, we'll see. I'm gonna get this 50K payout here soon. And yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.